And I've got a cool new sound.
Yay! Oh!
Today I'm talking with R.O and Konoba. Hi guys.
Hello!
You've been to Wrocław, Poznań, Katowice, and now is Warsaw. And you are making music, filming, sightseeing. And what's your experience of Poland so far?
So far, we had a great time. Really, the cities we visited were beautiful, and we met some amazing people who helped us, showed us around, hosted us. We played 3 great shows in Warsaw, in Poznan, and now in Warsaw. And each show was really good. Like people were really enthusiastic, and a lot of people came. It's the first time we play in Poland, so we had no idea how many people would come and how they would react. So far, we're super happy about being in Poland, and we can't wait to come back to play some more shows again, even though we're still here.
Yeah, the welcome was heartwarming a lot. Like all the people went to buy our stuff, our CDs, talk to us, like during the queue to talk to us and do some pictures. We could feel that it meant a lot to them, and it means a lot to us. That it means a lot to them. So it's really good. And so far, it's been amazing. Lots of lovely people. No bad experience so far. Only positivity, so it's good.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
About 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I spoke with Martin from Warhouse, and you mentioned about the enthusiastic people, and he told me that the Polish audience is one of the best in Europe because they are very enthusiastic, and he likes Polish audience more than audience in Belgium, Germany, and
Yeah. So far, we would say the same. We haven't done that many shows, so we can't say. But we compared to France and Belgium and Germany. Well, it depends on the venue, of course, and the context. But I think the Polish people are, I don't know, more excited. I guess more respectful of the music and what it means to do it, and the struggle of doing it, I guess. And you can feel it. It's really nice.
I would say though that Belgium has a really good reputation for having great crowds, and when we play in Belgium, we have amazing crowds, and there's a great vibe as well. Yeah. But it's easier because we've been there for several years. We've been played on the radio a lot, and so people know us, and we can fill bigger rooms. And of course, it's not, you can't compare the two. But Belgium is, I mean, compared to other countries, is also a really good people and good crowd. But yes, in Poland we're really pleased with the experience so far.
Of the tour so far, we can say.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
definitely.
cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice to hear it. And you released 2 songs now from France and Germany, and at your show in Hydrozagadka you played another song, which actually I didn't expect because I thought that it will be released like next week or something, and you already got the 3rd song.
Yeah. Well, usually we would do it at the end of the trip, whenever we got time. But usually it would be at the end. We will find like 3 days to work on the song and release it at the end. We're still gonna release it at the end, but we have done it very quickly because we were in Katowice, was it, for a studio session, for a 10-hour studio session. It was a challenge. And we're actually so happy about the song and how it is that we thought it would be the perfect song as a Polish song. And it goes well with the 2 previous one as well. So even us, we were a bit surprised that it was so quick. And but then since we had it and it was something good, we thought it would be a shame not to play it. So that's why we chose to play it as an exclusive. Yeah. So it's nice.
But it's not finished yet, and we still need to do a lot of little things on it, and we want to add some more details and sounds from the next few weeks in Poland. Yeah. So it's not going to be fully ready and released until the end of the month. But it is different from France and Germany. We finish the song right at the end of the month because it takes time, and you start and you have time, so you can concentrate on other things. And so it was really like last minute you get it finished and mixed and release it. So it's nice that for once that we have the songs. It's maybe 80-90% finished. And we're only 10 days into the month, and we still have 20 days to finish it, so it's nice. Feels good.
We have time as well to think about the video clip. So because we're doing a video, well, usually we do a video clip for each one. We haven't done the one from Germany too much too soon because we want to do a proper video, like not just a video that was quickly done, like we did in France for Colder. So now we have time to think about the video clip, which is nice because we already have the song, so we can chat with some video guys, and they can already lay out some ideas. So
I saw your post on the Facebook, so I was thinking that maybe I thought that you are going to film. Just do some shots today because you mentioned it, like you are going to film something.
Because there's a thing that we have two concepts, let's say. So we have the album that we will release at the end of the tour with songs that we do for each country, but also we have some like we do records all the sound we can find, and we do music with them. So objects and stuff from real life, I guess. So we did that in Berlin. It's called Sounds of Berlin. So it's this one. Yeah. So this one is different from the actual song Too Much Too Soon that is from Germany. So we have the same in Poland. We release a proper song that you heard, and we release a song only with sounds recorded in Poland. So that involves, of course, us filming, and like lots of people are following us, which is easier. Usually we would film ourselves, but it's easier to have a third person to follow us, and we had a lot. So yeah.
And what did you record today?
We recorded so many sounds. We went to the university library. So this is so beautiful with the grass everywhere on the rooftop, and it's so green, and so there's water running. There is all sorts of little sounds that we found. So that was cool. And then what else did we do? We walk. I mean, around the streets. You know, sometimes you find all the instruments. There are some instruments on some places that you can play on the parks and stuff, like kalimbas and it's really nice because usually we have lots of sounds from nature and percussive sounds, which is nice. But sometimes you need melodic sounds, of course, to make the melody and stuff. So you have to have a proper pitch, and so those are absolutely perfect for us because we can just go and record some instruments on the wild, which is perfect for that situation. So yeah.
Once I saw a band that he took some like sounds from plants, like they put some wires on, I don't know, like tree or just
or fruits or
like flower, and they received some sound. Like how it's happened? Like
I don't know. I guess that's something different. Maybe they put some captures electric inside some materials like maybe trees and fruit, and it's probably produced like an electric signal that has a sound that makes a sound. I think that's probably that we don't do that. That's like we just want to record real sounds that people can hear. Like for example, I don't know, if there's a bin in the street, right? And if you close it, it will smash and do a sound. We will record that, or we will record the sound of the train or the tram when we take the tram. And we want to use sounds that people hear every day when they are in a city. And some of them they will recognize, some of them they might not recognize, because it's mixed with lots of other sounds. But then when they watch the video, they will recognize it, because they will be like, oh, I do recognize the sound of that train, or the sound that, I don't know, that this monument makes, or whatever. So it could be anything, but obviously for us it's important that you can see what it sounds like.
And I don't know if you saw the recent some kind of surveys, but I read that people stop listening to new music when they are at the age of 30. Like,
is it right?
Yeah, like,
I didn't knew it.
And they don't explore any like new bands, but they listen the same again and again, and they don't want to listen anything.
That surprised me a bit, but I guess it's normal, because when you get older you get a bit more confident about stuff, and I guess that includes music as well. So you're more like, it's the same for the ideas, I think, like political ideas or some stuff. So I think there's at some point you won't change, but I think lots of people are still have the will to discover stuff, and actually we do. I'm sure at 30 I will listen to lots of new stuff, but that's because that's our job, I guess. But I'm sure there's some people. But that's a crazy information. I didn't know it though.
There could be a lot of reason for that. I mean, I can see it. You can. I mean, I didn't know it was that much, but you can see that all the people, they tend to discover less new music, and they don't try to understand new types of music that the young people listen to. They used to tend to just say, "Oh, this used to be better when we were young," you know.
Yeah, even at the concerts, there's more young people than older.
It's true, but I think one of the reasons might also be because at a certain age, past 30, you have a more regular job and more regular life, family life and stuff. You have less time to discover new stuff. You have less time to go out and do that kind of stuff. Or maybe also you don't have the same energy to just go out and party and listen to music and dance, and you want to chill with your friends and have a nice dinner and with some good wine. I don't know, like maybe the things that you like and that you want change, and when you're a bit older, past 30, maybe that's why you have less time, energy and will to discover new music. But there is still a lot of older people who do. There is still a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have lots of older people listening to our music, so older than 30. So I guess that counters the rule.
And you posted also the information that in Poland you get the largest like crowd, the largest like amount of people listen to your music. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. I guess it depends on the music, but in general, I think Poland is really high in the classment. Like there's also Georgia, Romania, US, obviously, lots of other countries. But Poland is like one of the, like, for example, the song "Colder" that we released, the French one. Poland is far the first one, because you can check that on YouTube. You know, you have all the numbers and you can say exactly which city is listening to you or which country is listening to you most. So Poland is really nice place.
It's nice that so many people are listening. But just to put it back into context, when I say that there's the most people in the world that listen to us, it's in Poland. But obviously, it's something maybe like 2 million views from Poland, which is great, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you have what, 40, 50 million people in Poland? We have pretty much the same number, maybe it's a little bit below, but almost 2 million as well from Georgia. Mm-hmm. But Georgia is a 4 million people country. So if you look at just the big number, obviously Poland is first. But if you look at the ratio of the amount of people who listen to us per capita,
Yeah.
then countries like Belgium and Georgia, for example, are ahead, I would say, and that's why we can't yet fill big venues in Poland.
Yeah.
And it's getting there. There's more and more people, and there was quite a few people at the show, so that's nice. But yeah, that's the information basically.
And the project 10, like I know that there was crowdfunding, but how it actually happened? Like, how was the idea? When did you decided to do something like this? Because as far as I remember, I think you mentioned at Eurosonic that you are going to tour in Europe, so it was quite early.
Yeah, it was already planned a bit. So Raf came up with the idea. That was crazy idea. Maybe you thought about 1 year, I think, at that point. Yeah. And then we said, well, 10 is nice, 10 songs, 10 things. It's a good number. But the idea came because we did a lot of shows. Well, first we did a lot of shows in Belgium, lots of venues, lots of stuff. So we're not getting bored, but we wanted to see more. And as we said, we can check where all the people listen to us, and we thought it would be a shame not to go there and experience it for ourselves. Mm-hmm. So we could have done a tour, like just a proper tour, take the plane, do the shows, etc. Mm-hmm. But we thought it would be a much more crazy experience and memorable experience if we could also feel the country and meet people and sleep there and live the city and the country. So that's how we came up with the idea. Then we had to think about all the practical stuff, which is impossible to prepare. It's like the day we had to leave. It was like in our head it was crazy because you just put all the stuff in the car and then you leave and then you won't be back home until 10 months. So it feels a bit weird, but it's amazing so far. It's really we learn a lot. about lots of stuff, not only music and the country, but I guess ourselves and lots of. So it's amazing. It's a good idea. It was a good idea.
Do you think it is the craziest things that you did?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we didn't realize how crazy it was until we started doing it. Because, you know, you have the basic ideas. You travel, you make music, you play shows, you meet people. It sounds great on paper. And then you realize that it's really hard to finance, organize day to day, that there's so many things you have to think about, so many things you have to do that are outside of all the fun stuff. So the visiting, the meeting people, the playing shows, all that's the best part. And creating music, making videos, that's really the fun part. But then there's everything else, like organizing day to day, where you're gonna go, where you're gonna sleep, how you're gonna pay for things, like how you're gonna finance the trip, at what time is sound check and what time is the interview.
Like the deadlines and like how the schedule is so busy actually. Even if you have 1 month, it's actually like not much when you think about it. It goes very quickly, more than we thought, because 1 month it sounds like a big amount of time. Actually, it goes very quickly, and since we stay like maybe sometimes for 3, 4, 5 days in some places, and we have so much work to do, sometimes we can't even visit. So we have to make choice, but that's nice. That's part of it. So we gotta be pragmatic.
I think it's like really nice when you can travel, you meet the local artists and the people. Yeah, it's really cool because normal people can meet you only at the shows, and when you are in cities and travel the world, you can just meet with them.
Exactly,
It's like
exactly.
really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Not only artists, like you say, just people that would send us a message on Facebook and or Instagram or something. It feels good to just being able to meet them, and it's good for them too, because we are in their country and they have so much to show and tell us. So it's so nice. It's so nice, so much better than just doing a tour and being on backstage all the time and then leaving back to your country. You can't meet a lot of people this way, so it feels good.
That's why this is a great time to do this kind of project. It would have been much harder 5-10 years ago. It's now we have the social media. We have Instagram, for example, which is like instant. You post stories, you post messages, people write back to you. So that makes it all possible. We can just post a message and say we will be tomorrow in this city. We're looking to either work on some music, on some video, on photos, or just maybe to go out and party, whatever. And you can just post a message, and people can write straight back to you and say, I live in this city, I can show you the city if you want, I can show you around, or I can host you for the night if you don't have a place to stay. And that's amazing. We have the direct contact with the people listening to our music, and that allows us to make things happen day to day like this. And that would not have been possible 10 years ago. It would have been much harder with organizing everything with hotel rooms and agencies, and much harder doing something.
10 years later, when you will be famous.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. 10 would be like 10 months, 10 bridges to sleep under.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for the interview, and I hope you, everything's go fine.
Thank you. We hope so. Thank you. So far, it's been amazing. So it can go only good, I think.
Yeah, cool, nice.
And I've got a cool new sound.
Yay!